Tonight, the stage is set. Number 1, Indiana. Number 10, Miami. The 2026 National Championship. 2 programs, 2 pads, 1 trophy. Before the opening kickoff, before the first snap, we're stepping into the version of this game that lives in the what if. This is a simulation, not a prediction, not a spoiler. Just football strategy and pressure meeting on the biggest stage. I'll be playing it out right here and on the call, bringing the energy you know, Frankie, the Horn Calderón. So if you're anxious, if you're confident, or if you just want to see how this could unfold, you're in the right place. Let's play the game. We are sending you out to Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, Florida for the 2026 National Championship game. Frankie, the Horn Calderón, gets the call between the number 1 Indiana Hoosiers and the number 10 Miami Hurricanes.
Thank you very much for that intro, and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Far End of the Bench YouTube channel. This is a Rise of the Roadrunners production. My name is Frankie, the Horn Calderón, and we are getting set to bring you the national championship game between number 1 seed and Big Ten champion, the Indiana Hoosiers, taking on the number 10 seed, last Power 4 team into the dance, Miami Hurricanes. It is reputation versus resuscitation. It is Mario Cristobal versus Curt Cignetti. We are here at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. This is one of the rare occasions, we've seen it a few times in the NFL, but one of the rare occasions here in the college world where we get to see a team playing for a championship inside their home stadium. That does not change the fact that Indiana has the largest living alumni base at over 800,000 people. It is a Miami Hurricane city. They have a lot of the very famous Hall of Famers, as here come the Hurricanes to the field following the Hoosiers. Indiana travels very well. They proved that in the semifinal round. They proved that in the quarterfinal round. I know that we have seen versions of these games play out, and they played out a little bit differently than what we're seeing here on the screen, but we're going back to the matchup that everybody is getting ready to watch on Monday night. This is just too good. It had to be played. The Hoosiers will be kicking off to start the contest. Miami will be going on offense first. Ball is away, and it's going to land a few yards deep in the end zone. Here come the Hurricanes on the return up the sideline. Now cuts back at the 15-yard line, and that is where he is going to be met and dropped. Starting things off for the Hurricanes, 6th-year senior quarterback Carson Beck, coming off of a monumental win in the semifinal round, a touchdown rushing late in the game that sealed the Hurricanes' fate, playing in their home stadium for this 2026 National Championship. The Hoosiers enter the contest 15-0. They have the chance of becoming the only second program in college football history next to Yale to finish 16-0. As that first handoff play out of the shotgun, Mark Fletcher Jr. is dropped right at or just behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to bring up 2nd down and 11. This Indiana defense, not quite Ohio State at stopping the run, but in this playoff, they have been very solid at winning both lines of scrimmage. Carson Beck going to keep it on the read option. He's hitting the open field, and the ball is loose on the field. Fumble recovered by the Hoosiers. Big momentum play early on from this defense. Carson Beck made the right read, but he is unable to hold on to the ball as he got absolutely hammered in the open field. Jamari Sharp with the collision. So we get a second look at it here. Beck was in the open field, and he is absolutely blasted, not able to hold on to the football through the contact. And the Hoosiers, with their opportunistic defense, forced a turnover here within the first minute of play. Fernando Mendoza hands off to Roman Hemby, and that is where the Hoosiers offense is going to get started. They get dropped in the backfield for a loss of 2. Both teams carry immensely talented defensive fronts. Running is going to be a premium for both teams. Now Mendoza on the play action. He's under pressure. He does get the ball away. Looks like it was intended for his tight end, that time over the middle. It falls incomplete. That's going to bring up 3rd down and 12. Unfamiliar situation here for the Hoosiers. They've been very efficient on 1st and 2nd down throughout the first 3 rounds of the playoffs. Mendoza throwing. He finds Omar Cooper Jr. That is a gain of about 9, and it is going to bring up 4th down and 3. Let's see what Cignetti does here. He's going to send on the field goal unit, so he is showing Miami early that he trusts his defense. The Hoosiers put the kick up, and it is good. First points on the board. Team from Bloomington, Indiana. 1 minute, 3 seconds of possession time, only 7 yards gained net-wise. But they do capitalize on the turnover with at least 3 points. Gonna have to figure out ways to get past that red zone defense of the Hurricanes. Return here from just inside the end zone, once again back to the 15-yard line, and we're gonna get set up once again for the Hurricanes to go back on offense. Only 2 plays in their last drive before Carson Beck coughed up the football. And here we have a shotgun formation bunch set up to the left side. Malachi Toney, the farthest receiver on the outside. Mark Fletcher Jr. is going to get the handoff, and he is smacked going up the middle of the field. It's Indiana defense giving up a little bit of running room, but they are making the ball carriers pay when they get to contact. 2nd down and 2 upcoming, 3:52 left to go in the first quarter. Beck making some adjustments at the line. Passing play, that one complete to number 10, Malachi Toney, and he is mashed. After breaking the initial tackle, he is hit by a couple more Hoosiers on defense. Indiana gets the stop, but it is good enough for a first down. 1st and 10, Miami at the 34. Beck, RPO play, that one goes to his tight end. It is caught and held onto. Alex Bruman able to come away with the reception. That is a gain of 2 on the play. Beck on 2nd down, fires, caught. This one up the middle, finds a lot of space, but once again, the door is shut in the open field just past the 50, actually just before the 50. Indiana still holding Miami on their own side of the field. 1st down and 10, Canes from their 49. Beck gonna look to throw once again. He's under pressure, ball is loose again. Miami dives on the football. That is back-to-back series where Carson Beck unable to keep the ball in his hands. That was Kamara coming off the left edge, blindside. Mikhail Kamara gets the early pressure, and Carson Beck now with the loss of 7. Stares down 2nd and 17. Pass is complete. CJ Daniels with the reception. Big gain of a lot of those yardage back, and then now it is 3rd down and 3. Hoosier Nation getting loud. Miami facing their own end zone on 3rd down and 3. Handoff goes to Mark Fletcher. He gets just enough past the first down marker. Aiden Fisher will clean up the tackle. Miami continues marching on this, their most successful drive following that initial fumble. Seeing what they do if they can take the first lead on the Hoosiers in this playoff, and that is not going to go well. Sack on the play back at the 50-yard line. Carson Beck's vaunted offensive line not able to pick up the blitz. Elijah Hardy, number 21, from his linebacker position, absolutely untouched, and he was right in Carson Beck's face once he was looking to throw. Loss of 8 on the play, 2nd down and 18 upcoming. Empty formation for the Hurricanes, and that's another sack. Back-to-back plays. Khalil Kamara with his first sack of the day. That will bring us to the end of the first quarter. Miami is threatening, but back-to-back sacks have them staring down a 3rd and very long. The Hoosiers get 3 points following the Carson Beck turnover. Neither offense looking comfortable at the moment, but these defenses have come to play, especially Indiana's bowing up in the moments where it matters most. Indiana knocked Miami all the way back inside their own territory at their own 46. 3rd down and 24 upcoming. Trips formation to the left side. Beck making adjustments, calling out linebackers. Now he's going to fake pass here to the sideline. He's going to go that way. CJ Daniels will make the catch, but it is going to be out of bounds, well short of the line to gain. 4th down and 14. Hurricanes going to punt back to Indiana. Mendoza will stare down a long field. That punt actually goes out of bounds at the 30-yard line. So now Mendoza, with the right hash mark, brings his offense back out onto the field. Hemby next to him in the shotgun. Mendoza's going to pass. He goes to his running back, Hemby. That is a nice gain of 8 yards. Efficiency on 1st down. That's going to bring up 2nd down and 2. Tight end in a wing formation to the left side. Elijah Surratt, single receiver left as well. Mendoza on the RPO. He's going to get to Omar Cooper Jr. Gets a block from Charlie Becker. Now lots of space in front of him. 30, 25, 20, 15, 10. Breaks the tackle inside the 5. Omar Cooper Jr. explodes for a gain of 60 on the RPO bubble screen. Mendoza starting to find a rhythm now. First and goal for the Hoosiers. Handoff goes to Hemby. Nobody's going to touch him. Walks into the end zone. Touchdown. Hoosiers. At every stage of this playoffs and this season, it just seems like an inevitability that Curt Cignetti is going to get his team out in front. It happened on the first play of the game in the semifinals against Oregon, a pick six for his defense. D'Angelo Pons getting the Hoosiers on the board early last round, and now a 10-point lead, 4:25 left to go in the first half. They will kick the ball back to the Hurricanes, who found a lot of success minus those two big sack plays. Kick return here, going to bring it out to about the 15, and that is where the Hurricanes getting used to setups from for their offensive series. Double twins formation. Mark Fletcher Jr., the lone back in the backfield next to Beck. RPO play here, goes to the left side. Broken tackle initially, and Aiden Fisher is going to get out there from his middle linebacker position and clean up the tackle. Gain of 1 on the play, 2nd down and 9. The Hurricanes going to jump back on the ball and start going some hurry up here. Beck to throw once again. He finds Mark Fletcher out of the backfield, and he is wrapped up and drugged down after a gain of 1 by Aiden Fisher. That's 2 tackles on this series for the linebacker transfer from JMU, 5th-year senior in Cignetti's system. Once again, no huddle from the Hurricanes. Miami going to throw, trying to set up a screen. They get it to the wide receiver, Malachi Toney, who has a little bit of room, and he's able to get past the line of gain. That's going to be enough for a Miami Hurricanes first down. Gain of 11 on the play. Beck back on the football. He's going to hand off to Toney. Now Toney finds some space running up the middle. He's going to be brought down by D'Angelo Pons, but not before he gains 12 yards and gets enough for Miami first down. Hurricanes on the move. Carson Beck trying to keep his team close in this one. Gonna throw, pressure in his face, trying to find his tight end over the middle. That one knocked away. Contact right at the point of his receiver touching the football. 2nd down and 10. 3 minutes left to go in the second quarter. 4 linemen in the game for Indiana. Handoff goes up the middle, and that is going to be Elijah Hardy, his 3rd tackle, first tackle for loss. He had the big sack on the play drive earlier. Indiana crowd making it difficult for Beck to make his adjustments. He has a tight end lined up to his left side. Pressure still gets to him. He finds his running back along the sideline. We have a injury timeout. Miami offensive lineman Markel Bell is holding his shoulder. Not enough for the first down. That's going to bring up 4th and 4, and Miami is going to be forced to punt once again. This one will be returned from about the 9-yard line. Returner makes it out to the 15, all the way to the 21 before being stopped up there. 16 seconds before the 2-minute timeout. Mendoza back on the field trying to orchestrate yet another scoring drive. Quick pass to his tight end, finds a lot of space. Nice cut move back at the 40-yard line, and he's able to get past to about the 42. Nowakowski with the 21-yard gain. That will bring us to the 2-minute timeout. Indiana trying to extend their lead and continue to make this well-oiled machine run. 2 receivers split out to the left side. Mendoza is going to go back to the right. That pass intended for Surratt. It's going to fall incomplete. Contact jarred that one loose. 2nd down and 10 upcoming for the Hoosiers. Mendoza with the pump fake, now looking to throw. He fires deep, going for... Oh, Becker makes the catch and breaks the tackle. Fights his way down inside the 5 all the way to the 3-yard line. Charlie Becker with yet another acrobatic catch in this playoff run. It's going to force the Hurricanes to take a timeout. Now we have 1st and goal. Here comes Hemby from the shotgun. Touchdown, Hoosiers. Hoosier. Roman Hemby with his 2nd touchdown of this first half. The extra point will make it 17-0. 4 plays, 79 yards. A 56-yard bomb from Mendoza to Charlie Becker. And the Hoosiers have taken quiet control of this one. Kickoff will land in the end zone again. Miami's going to take it out, this time only make it back to the 13-yard line before being brought down. 1st and 10 Hurricanes. Carson Beck still looking to lead his first successful scoring drive. Trips formation out to the left, single receiver back to the right side. Fletcher, the lone back, stands to the right. Play action here, almost an interception there. Motion play, Aiden Fisher doing a nice job in coverage as well as making tackles. He's been all over the field. It is amazing what a sideline-to-sideline linebacker is able to do for your program. 4-man rush from the Hoosiers. Handoff, Fletcher, fumble on the play. Hardy picks it up, Elijah Hardy in open space. Scoop and score, touchdown, Hoosiers. Hoosier. We were just talking about Aiden Fisher, and he knocks the ball free from Mark Fletcher. And Elijah Hardy, both linebackers making their presence felt. All of a sudden, it is a 24-0 score with 1:35 left to go before halftime. The Hoosiers flexing their muscles, and much like they've done the entire season, when they get a chance to pounce, they are going to put it on their opponent. This kickoff will be fielded in the end zone and kneeled down for a touchback. The Hurricanes will start at their 25, following the scoop and score on the most recent offensive play. Fletcher Jr. in the backfield to the left of Beck. Beck is going to throw, pressure in his face. He's going to get it off to his tight end here. That's Brauman, and he's able to get past the first down yardage. Hurricanes, 1st down and 10 at their own 36. Trailing by 24, Beck looking to throw again. This time finds Malachi Toney. He breaks the tackle in the open field before Fisher brings him down before he's able to get out of bounds. So Miami going to get back into their no-huddle tempo. Still have 2 timeouts. Cristobal wanting his team to move the pace. Beck to throw, fires to his running back Fletcher, and now Fletcher drops the open pass, went right through his hands. Carson Beck, 11 of 14 for 93 yards so far in this first and second quarter. He has the tight end set up to his left. Play action fake. Now trying to get back to his tight end. That one overshot. He had pressure in his face once again. The offensive line not holding up very well with this scheme of Indiana. 3rd down and 10, 1:12 left to go before halftime. Beck to throw on 3rd down. Under pressure, he finds an open receiver, and nice effort after the catch. C.J. Daniels will get 1st down yardage, and the Hurricanes will keep this drive moving. Beck, outside of the fumble, has been sharp. He's now over 100 yards passing on the day. He's going to set up a screen here. That play snuffed out before it has any chance of going anywhere. Under a minute left to go. 2nd down and 10 after the tackle was made at the line of scrimmage. Beck in the shotgun, passing, going deep. That one intercepted by the safety. Intercepted at the 20, and now the return all the way back out to the 39-yard line. Indiana gets the ball back for their offense. The Hoosiers with 3 timeouts. Carson Beck makes his first catastrophic mistake following the fumble. Amari Farrell, number 1, with the interception, just baited Beck into throwing that one in his zone coverage. Now Mendoza trying to get more points on the board. He goes first to Omar Cooper Jr. That pass complete. Indiana now going to change the script and go in high tempo on the Hurricanes. Mendoza to throw once again. He goes back to Cooper. Oh, excuse me, this one, a different receiver. That one, broken tackle. Good enough for the 1st down, and Indiana is going to take a timeout. Mendoza, 7 of 9 for 164 on the day. No touchdowns yet. Hemby has 2 of those, and the defense has 1 as well. Lots of time for Mendoza. He finds his open receiver. That's Nowakowski, his tight end once again. Hoosiers moving, trying to get on the football. 27 seconds and counting. Mendoza to throw. Goes back to Nowakowski. Nowakowski breaks a tackle, and he's able to get all the way to the sideline and out of bounds. That'll stop the clock. Mendoza doing a good job of keeping his timeouts, still with 2 of them, and under 20 seconds left to go in this half. Throws, goes to Becker. Charlie Becker has space. He dives at the pylon into the end zone. Touchdown, Hoosiers. Hoosier! Absolute quarterback mastery from Fernando Mendoza on that one. Finds Charlie Becker in open space. They're able to make it count. 14 seconds left to go in this first half. The Indiana Hoosiers now out to a 31-0 lead over the 10-seeded Miami Hurricanes. This first half has been brought to you by the Far End of the Bench YouTube channel. Make sure you are subscribed if you are not already. Check out the podcast with Jimmy and Nico every Thursday as this kickoff return comes out to the 10-yard line, maybe to the 11 before the returner is brought down. We're very happy to have the Rise of the Roadrunner series here on the Far End of the Bench YouTube channel, and we hope that you continue to tune in and enjoy all of the content coming out at FEOTB Pod. Fletcher Jr. is going to get the handoff here, and Miami is just going to try and send this one into halftime, and that is what they will do. Staring down a 31-point deficit in their first national title game since 2002. This one not going well for the very well-respected Miami Hurricanes. Charlie Becker, 2 catches, 74 yards, and a touchdown. The 56-yard bomb over the top of 2 defenders being the huge play. Fernando Mendoza, after a shaky initial drive, has settled himself in. Hemby with 2 touchdowns. Indiana looking like the well-oiled machine we knew they were all season. And Miami just not having any answers on offense or defense right now. We will be back after these first half highlights to Hard Rock Stadium for the second half of this national championship. Don't go anywhere. Make sure you are subscribed as we are getting set for kickoff here in the second half. Frankie the Horn Calderón here on the Far End of the Bench YouTube channel. Rise of the Roadrunners presents the 2026 National Championship that had to be played. This kick will land a few yards deep in the end zone, and it will be kneeled down for a touchback. Indiana back on offense here coming out of the halftime break. Signetti, his team leads 31-0. You know that he's not going to show any kind of emotion, positive or negative. Handoff goes to Hemby on the first play of the second half, and that one he fights forward for a gain of 5. Signetti is the master now that Saban is no longer in the coaching ranks of keeping his team sharp. Play action fake here. Mendoza goes to Nowakowski, unable to keep that one through the contact, so that's going to bring up 3rd down and 5 early for the Hoosiers. Not many 3rd downs in this game so far, minus that first series. 2 tight ends in the formation. They're both set up to the right side. Handoff straight up the middle. Hemby makes a man miss, uses his blockers, and he gets past the line to gain. Brings his yardage total up to 21 yards on 5 carries. Mendoza doing a hefty amount of damage through the air. The presumptive number 1 overall pick in the upcoming NFL draft. That one, RPO play goes to Omar Cooper, gain of 6. Mendoza keeping that efficiency in check. 2nd down and 4 upcoming for the Hoosiers. Play action, read option here. Mendoza's going to keep it, finds a lot of open space along the hash mark here. He gets into Miami territory all the way down to the 34-yard line of the Hurricanes. If you refuse to play the athleticism of Fernando Mendoza, he is smart enough to see his openings. That is his first rushing attempt of the day. He gets 21 yards on it, moves the sticks for yet another 1st down. Making a few adjustments now at the line of scrimmage. 4 minutes and counting here in the 3rd quarter. This pass goes to Charlie Becker, and he makes the catch. His 3rd catch of the day, his yards up to 84, along with that touchdown. 1st down, Hoosiers on the play right inside the 25 at the 24. Mendoza going to pass once again on this drive. He goes deep trying to hit Omar Cooper Jr., and that one's swatted away. Jeremiah Poyser does a good job in the secondary trying to keep this thing as close as possible for his offense. He knows they need to make a few stops and possibly force the ball out of this Indiana offense. That one deep into the end zone trying to find Surratt for the first time today, and Mendoza is unable to fit it in there. 3rd down and 10 upcoming. From the 24-yard line, Mendoza throws to his halfback out of the backfield. Hemby makes the catch, and that will be good enough for a 1st down. The local product, Fernando Mendoza, up to 243 yards passing, 13 of 18 with a touchdown. Grew up not 10 miles from the stadium, and now throwing once again. He finds his receiver, and he's going to fight past the line to gain into the end zone. Touchdown, Hoosiers. Hoosiers! That is the big tight end, Nowakowski, who gets the touchdown catch, and the extra point is up and good. That 10-play, 75-yard scoring drive to open up this second half, brought to you by the Far End of the Bench podcast. Make sure you're subscribed and following at FEOTB Pod on all social media platforms. Let us know your predictions for the national championship game as you're getting the end of this one here. Over half of the time left in the third quarter, just about. Carson Beck seeing what he can do against this vaunted Indiana defense who's playing out of their minds tonight. His quick pass, that time complete, and he is tackled right where he makes the catch. Elijah Hardy makes yet another tackle. 2nd down and 5 upcoming for the Hurricanes from their own 20. Tight end in the formation to the right. RPO play goes outside to the receiver to the left. Bubble screen snuffed out that time. Devin Boykin, number 12 on the stop. 3rd down and 5 upcoming. Beck trying to fire his way through this one. Malachi Toney gets the catch, and he is smacked in the open field trying to break tackles, and he is not getting up off the field, holding the leg. That is a big blow for this Miami offense. But Malachi Toney with the explosive play gets the Hurricanes in some sort of rhythm moving forward. Now we get an RPO to the other side. Tight end here makes the catch on the bubble screen, and he will get past the 1st down yardage before he's taken down by Elijah Hardy. Alex Brauman, 26 yards receiving on the day. 1st down and 10 from the Hoosiers' 49-yard line. Hurricanes send a man in motion. Carson Beck on the play fake. Oh no, he's going to leave it with his running back, Mark Fletcher, and he is stopped after a gain of 1. Only 26 yards rushing on the day. Miami offense still yet to find a rhythm in this one. 2nd down and 8 from the 46. Beck, lots of time to throw. He's going to open it up. It goes deep. Makes the grab out in the open field. What a play. Miami inside the Hoosiers 20 for the first time today. 15 seconds and counting in this third quarter. Beck goes quickly to his tight end, Brauman. That one only a gain of 2 on the play. 7 seconds, and that was probably going to be the final play of this third quarter, and it is. Indiana will bring a 38-0 lead into this final frame. The Hurricanes are threatening for the first time in this contest, but you can see the team comparisons there. 6 minutes, 37 seconds. The only thing that Indiana not doing is holding on to the football very long, but they are coming away with points in bunches. Their defense has gotten in on the scoring. It has been an absolute clinic from Curt Cignetti's squad. You know he wants to keep the shutout, and if the Hurricanes find a way to get the ball in the end zone here, he is not going to be happy, even though they're probably walking away with the national championship at this point. Pass from Beck, complete to C.J. Daniels, his 5th catch of the contest, 60 yards on the day for him. Beck now up to 192 yards total passing. 1st down and goal from the 5-yard line. Hoosiers trying to bow up when it matters most. Fletcher on the play action. Now Beck throws to his left side, finds his tight end. Very close to getting inside the pylon, but they're going to say he's out of bounds at the 1. Hurricanes will send in their extra tight end here. Even formation on both sides. Fletcher, the ace back in the backfield. He's going to get the handoff here. Hesitation, and now he's going to break a tackle walking into the end zone. Touchdown Hurricanes. Miami is on the board. Michael Irvin can rejoice in the fact that his team was not shut out in the national championship, but there is still a long ways to go in this one if they want to get back into it. We have a penalty marker on the play on the extra point, and it's going to be a roughing the kicker penalty against the Hoosiers. That will move the ball up 15 yards on the kickoff. The extra point was good, so now the score 38-7, a 31-point lead for the Hoosiers.
Number 45 sets a kickoff.
Kickoff is now from the 50, and this one is going to go well through the uprights. So the Hoosiers back on offense at the 25-yard line. Fernando Mendoza after leading an absolute clinic down the field on the last one. Once again with 75 yards in front of him. Hemby will get the handoff on first down. He's going to get a good gain here. Oh, they're going to give him enough for first down. I thought he was stopped short, but they're going to let him move, and the chains will go forward. Twins formation of both sides here. Play action. Now Mendoza over the middle to Omar Cooper Jr. Lots of space in front of him. He's going to get all the way inside Miami Hurricane territory down to the 24-yard line. Kurt Cignetti does not let his foot off the gas. If your defense does not figure out this offensive scheme, they're going to just keep scoring as many points as possible. Mendoza with a big completion on that last play. He's throwing once again. That one, pinpoint accuracy on the sideline. Charlie Becker makes a heck of a catch while being drilled out of bounds. But Mendoza put that in the absolute perfect spot, showing off why he's the Heisman Trophy winner and will be the #1 pick in this draft. This time on the read option, it is snuffed out. Wesley Byzanti makes the tackle in the backfield. That's going to drop it back to the 5-yard line now on 2nd and goal. Hemby gets the handoff. He breaks the tackle and now carries the defender into the end zone. Touchdown, Hoosiers. Hoosiers. Much like we saw in the last round, once you punch Indiana, they punch back. The Hurricanes go down the field and score, and now in 2 minutes and 1 second, Mendoza orchestrates a 75-yard scoring drive for the Hoosiers. 45-7 our score with 2:56 left to go in this one. Scoring drive brought to you by the Far End of the Bench podcast. Make sure that you continue to follow and subscribe. That way you can keep track of when the next season of the Rise of the Roadrunners will be coming out. Clay Merritt trying to back up his first ever national championship season at the University of Texas San Antonio, so we'll see how that goes. Carson Beck trying to see if he can get his team in the end zone one more time before the clock expires. Goes to Browman, who makes a man miss and gets past the first down yardage. 6 reception, 43 yards for the big tight end on this one. We're just outside of the 2-minute timeout here. First down and 10 for the Hurricanes. Beck on the read option will keep it. He is brought down hard along the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Give Carson Beck credit. He's still running the football when he's asked to. Dominique Ratcliffe, number 91, will make the big physical tackle. It has been a tough day for Carson Beck in this offensive line, something that they have not been used to. Despite having a clear size advantage, the physicality, the aggression, the nonstop attitude from this Hoosiers defense has really put on a show and proved why they might be one of the best college football teams in history of the game. And now Kamara will get another sack, and now Ratcliffe will pick up the loose ball. It's going to be another defensive touchdown, a scoop and score once again. Carson Beck under heavy pressure in the pocket, not able to hold onto the football. That one finds the turf, finds Dominique Ratcliffe's hands, and finds the end zone for yet another touchdown. Hoosiers! The extra point is up and good. It is the 4th takeaway of the day for the Indiana defense. They've gotten a total of 24 points off of those turnovers. 14 of them defensive scores, a field goal, and another scoring drive off the interception. And the day just goes from bad to worse. 1:52 left to go in this game. Miami back on offense. This one will start at the 11-yard line following the kickoff return. Fletcher Jr. trying to find the edge of the defense. He's going to get stopped in the backfield for Elijah Hardy, his 5th tackle of the game. 2nd and 14 upcoming for the Miami Hurricanes. Beck just outside his end zone. He's going to throw to the left sideline. That one in and out of the hands of his receiver. Malachi Toney still not back in the game after being knocked out with a previous injury. Hurricanes on 3rd down have not been solid today. 3rd down and 14 upcoming inside their own 10-yard line. Quick pass, that one in the hands of the receiver and dropped once again, back-to-back drops. And the Canes are going to have to punt the football back to the Hoosiers. From inside their own end zone, the punt is going to land at about the 50. Return will set up and get gain of about 13 all the way out to the 43-yard line. Hoosiers take over at the 37. Handoff goes to Hemby. He tries to make a juke move there at the line of scrimmage. Unable to be successful. Gains about a yard, and that's going to bring up 2nd down and 9 for Fernando Mendoza. A couple more plays left to go in this one. 30 seconds and counting. Hemby's going to get the handoff. He has an open space, and he's going to get inside the 25 down to the 22-yard line. 1st down and 10. Worst rushing performance so far of the playoffs for the Hoosiers, but it is going to be a very dominant win right now. Scored 52-7, and the final play has been made. Kurt Signetti in 2 years has turned around the losingest program in college football history. These fans get to walk away happy. The Indiana Hoosiers, Hoosiers are your 2026 national champion. Valiant effort throughout the playoffs. Mario Cristobal tried to get his team and his alma mater back to the glory realm. He was unable to do so, ran into a buzzsaw. We are very proud to have called this game. We thank you for tuning in. Make sure you subscribe at FEOTB Pod, and we are going to send it back to the studio with Jimmy Pilato to wrap this one up. The 2026 national champion, Indiana Hoosiers, 52, the Miami Hurricanes, 7.
This wasn't a game. This was a